Making February's top headlines: local musicians heavily owed by broadcasters, Brenda Fassie royalty case goes to court, and SABC2 chooses election song. In the news: music business. Local musicians heavily owed by broadcasters. Sony BMG Africa CEO and RISA chairman Keith Lister disclosed that the South African recording industry is owed up to R1 billion by local commercial radio stations. He revealed that the money dates back to 2002, when the needle time law was approved in the sector, allowing artists and record labels to get paid every time their music is played on commercial radio stations. Lister said the issue would now be referred to the Copyright Tribunal, a legal entity that has to mediate between the two parties. Brenda Fassie royalty case goes to court. The legal matter between the South African Music Rights Organisation, SAMRO, and the executor of Brenda Fassie's estate is to be dealt with out of court following an agreement reached on Monday, 16th of February 2009. In the Johannesburg High Court, Acting Judge G.L. Beaker issued a court order ratifying an accord between the two parties that they would strive to resolve the matter out of court. This process will involve independent experts in the fields of accounting and law to determine whether SAMRO rendered proper accounting to Fassie in line with its rules. SABC2 chooses election song. While politicians garner up support for the 2009 elections, musicians are doing their bit to encourage voters to follow through and make their mark on April the 22nd. SABC2 has unveiled the official song video to launch the election 2009 coverage campaign at a stylish cocktail event in Johannesburg. Titled "The Power is in Your Hands," the national channel has opted for music as the universal language to spread their message to all South Africans. Performed by local music stars RJ Benjamin, Bongo Riot from Gang of Instrumentals, and accompanied by the Chamber Choir of South Africa, the song will be screened on the channel leading up to and during the elections. 5FM's Gareth Cliff was the MC for the launch. Artists: Thandiswa Mzwai unveils new project. Afro jazz musician Thandiswa Mzwai has released a 9-track offering, Ibokwe. The album consists of music composed and produced almost entirely by Thandiswa herself. Thandiswa said the new album reflects her spiritual growth and maturity as an artist. Thandiswa also worked with Tapelo Komo to tighten up the sound on Ibokwe. Holly in the Woods join fight against crime. Rock band Holly in the Woods are the latest high-profile South Africans who have signed up to be Crime Line ambassadors. The group has been hit hard by crime. Last year, rhythm guitarist Craig Henning was hijacked at gunpoint in his driveway, and his car with all his gear, including a very rare, irreplaceable Dean guitar, was stolen. SA Music Good News. MIO takes it to the international market with a loud bang. South African house producer MIO is set to give the international market a treat of Mzansi music this year. The Mahuwelele hitmaker, whose real name is Mzilikazi for Africa, has signed an international recording deal with USA-based independent record label Oko Records. Oko is owned by two of the world's most respected producers, Carlos Casamane and Orson Lade. The recording deal, which was finalized late last year in the US, saw MZ releasing his EP titled Mahuwelele Remixes on February the 13th this year. The EP includes remixes by well-known international house DJs and producers like the Paris-based Manu, Halo from City Deep, Tommy Bones, and Steve the Rig Maiden. MZ's EP is doing well in the international charts, and right now is sitting in the top 10 singles featured on the online music store Traxsource. Well, that does it for MIO News this month. To get the latest news on the South African music scene, visit www.mio.co.za.